Okay, before I forget, just to let you guys know that all the censorship that you guys are seeing on the internet is nothing new. They were doing it before there was the internet, and it was called anti-literacy laws. That meant you could not share how to read or teach anything to black people, or else you would get fined, thrown in jail, or even killed. Exactly what they're talking about right now on the internet, and they're gonna search back decades through your history to see if you put some stuff up that they don't like, sharing information, teaching somebody something that would get, these people in trouble. You know, they don't want no loose ends out there. If you're too smart, they can't get over on you. You know what I mean? If you know the score, hey, they can't act like winners. All right. So that was just one thing that I wanted to show you, that yes, people were getting pretty much crucified for teaching black people how to read. And it's not just about black people, it's just about people in general. When the fallen angels and their demons attack, this is what they do. First they did it to black people by calling them black people first off. They're not even black people. But anyway, first it did it to them, and then you make sure that they're uneducated so that they don't know where they came from, what their name is, and where they're going, and what the score is, and what they own. They don't know none of that, and it's illegal to teach somebody that. And if you find out somebody's teaching them, you're gonna come and arrest them, throw them in jail, find their family, and then throw their family in jail and kill them. Pretty much. As an example, the punishments had to be extremely harsh so that you could encourage everybody else to shut up and not teach these people anything. Well, guess what, America? America is the black person now, because the UK and the United Nations and all the elites are saying, hey, we don't like America's freedom of speech. So you guys talking to each other over there, if you guys are saying something that we don't like, we're going to come over there and arrest you. We're going to throw you in jail. And essentially, we're going to get loosened up to the death penalty without really being loosened up to it. It's just what comes with obstructing the orders. When it comes to obstructing the orders, then yes, the death penalty will come. So if you try to fight for your rights to speak, then yes, they will send in death squads. Just like Germany, just like Fahrenheit 451. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's move over to the very last point here. The last point on topic. In Fahrenheit 451, guy is a firefighter who burns books, and it is against the law to read any book. The government is putting up anti-literacy laws to enforce it. Yes, okay, true. That's what is happening today, right now. All right, now, the very last thing I want to tell you before I forget, the World Cup. People, see, if you're not into sports, you think, this is just some goofy old stuff. But even if maybe if you're not into sports, you may know the truth about it and you want nothing to do with it. That could be true also. Two things can be true at once. But yes, definitely the World Cup has a lot to do with this Satan. Okay, 100%. All right, I'll let you know how. Okay. First, I'll show you. All right. Well, so Antarctica is the right palm, the right hand, the right wing politic of the dragon, the right wing of Satan. Okay. Satan wraps around this earth like the rings on Saturn. Okay? He wraps around the earth like the rings on Saturn. Okay? Well, that's exactly what this dragon is doing. You don't see his body wrapping around the earth, but if you know what to look for, you would see his body wrapping around the earth. And I'd show you guys that plenty of times. Okay, so like, hey, what is he, just a head and arms? Yeah, he's got a big body. And where is it? Yes, you're looking at it. You spread around the world. Okay, now what I want to show you is about the World Cup, the symbology of it. Notice that his right wing is making a G or a C or whatever you want to call that, or a 6 or a 9. It depends on whichever way you turn it, and he's always spinning and twisting and ever turning. Okay, exactly like the Bible says, the Most High spoke. Okay, so the World Cup. If this dude's at the bottom of the world and his right palm is a wing, how much water can you store in a wing? Let me see something. Have you ever seen a drop of water? A single drop of water. Drop of dew. A dewdrop. There we go. Let's see if I can find the perfect image, because this is just hypothetical, but I'm trying to give you a visualization of what it really is looking like around here. I want to find one of the fattest, wobbliest. Look at how darn near perfectly round that is. See, see, the thing is, this would be Antarctica. This wing right here, that's Antarctica at the bottom of the world. Just like this, at the bottom of the world, that surface touching. So the surface area that you see touching right here, that white stuff right there, that's Antarctica. That's all Antarctica right there. Bam! And that is cupping. What do they call that? There's super fluid, but then there's like anti-fluid spray, to where like the fluid will bead up and stand up tall instead of laying out flat. I think it has to do with salinity, meaning salt content, volume, stuff like that, weight, charge, stuff like that. But definitely you have, let me go back. Okay, definitely the same as the Earth. Boom, we'll do that right there, because I like that drop right there. That was very nice. Whoever took that picture, good job. Okay, so it's cupping. This leaf, this blade of grass is cupping that drop of dew. Now what I really want to show you is a drop of dew being held or cupped by something smaller than it. That's what I want to show you, so that you can kind of get the ridiculousness of what's really going on. I don't want a computer generated either. I want a drop of dew on a very tiny leaf. See if a drop of dew on a tiny surface. Let's say surface. Will they do that? Not necessarily. No. Well, wow, that's crazy. Maybe I should do micro image of a dewdrop, and we'll probably catch one. Dewdrop micro image. Okay, so we got micro images. So this is crazy. This is what I'm saying though. Like, the surface area is a fraction of the surface of the dewdrop. You know how, like, what I'm saying, like, if you dropped a drop of water on a table, it would spread out and splat, right? And you'd be like, well, that's what flat Earth is, right there. You'd be like, flat, there's no way the Earth could be like a ball, or else it'll all slide off and run off the side. It couldn't be a ball. It'll just slide off the side. I know I got a picture of the darn globe. What's going on here? Man, is it a download? It might be in my downloads. There we go. Okay, so you'd be like, oh, I got this big flat Earth right here. But there's no way that the water would fall, no way that the water would stay on the Earth. Well, how is the water staying in a ball right there? How? Tell me. How? Standing, not even hanging. Standing. Like I said, see, this is what you would think of if you thought of a flat Earth and a ball and a dome. Okay? That's not what we have here. It's not. What the hell? Yeah, that's. Oops, I went back too far. That's not what we have here. What we obviously have here is there has to be some type of maybe electrical, or like I said, maybe to do with the salt content, or the like water off a duck's back, that type of surface, super surface, to where, like I said, the water just, and that's what the serpent's wing would be like, the water off a duck's back. Okay, I think I've gotten to that point, and then let me go ahead and wrap this up. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this up. So this, what you see when you say Antarctica is making a ring around this, and you say, oh, Antarctica is an ice wall, it's not a island. Okay, you're wrong. It is a cup. When I say a cup, I mean a cup. And the Earth is sticking out of it like a muffin. You understand that? Okay, I think I got you to understand that. Imagine a basketball sitting inside of a shot glass. It's a little bit more ridiculous than that, but yeah, essentially sort of kind of like that. Okay? Yeah. So that's why you have the World Cup. The World Cup represents the dragon, Satan, cupping the earth. The one who sits on many waters, the one that controls the water. So the dragon is controlling the water. He's cupping the water. That's why the UN flag is the Antarctica cupping the world. Why do they say he has the whole world in his hands? They're talking about the dragon Satan. What are you talking about, guys? What are you talking about? Even the World Cup. All these, once you put the key in, this thing starts spinning and twisting and turning. Same characteristics as the serpent described in the Bible. And just like Saturn, how the rings twisting and turning. And just like the star of Remphan, the dragon is the star. You get it? Cupping the whole world. Alright? And let's see. Boom. Okay. Boom. What else do we have here? See how they have like the serpent and the star, and then the ring with the dragon. Yes, it's the same thing. And even Operation Warp Speed looks familiar, just like the freaking World Cup symbol, doesn't it? It's the same exact thing. It was all about artificial intelligence affecting mankind and mastering the domain, the human domain. And this was all about getting it into you. Well, this is all about getting it surrounding you, immersing you in it. That is the difference. When AI enters the world physically, right here, AI entered the world spiritually, right here, inside of man. But AI entered the physical flesh world, right here, with this one. 13 Ghost, the eye of Hades, the eye of hell, the eye of the dragon. Alright. It is the world egg. Boom. This is the same exact symbol as this. All you gotta do is put the egg, match the tail of this right here, the serpent, match that up with the tail coming off right here. And you'll notice those lines add up as if it's wrapped around an egg. Boom. Matches up perfectly. I've already done it. I got videos on my channel showing you that it's done. And it's the same exact tail hanging off of here. Boom. And the same exact 3 lines right there. Boom. And this is your egg. Boom. Hatching a deity on the inside, a spiritual, a ghost, a beast, an abomination on the inside. Okay, I think I've rested my case. Yeah, I'll come back and elaborate and shorten this up in a better way. Have a good one.